So you go no contact because the communication is, there's just a huge mix-up in communications. And so that's why you have to go no contact, because you can't communicate anymore. You just can't, well, too much. It's just, you cannot call them out on some things, patterning that you see. I mean, you can kind of step back and write a book and say, well, this is what they do. And the truth is even though there's different flavors, it's the same for all. It doesn't matter what gender, age, race, or financial bracket. They do the same method of manipulating. See, all they want is your attention. That's all. And that's all that's required to keep you in whatever the fuck is going on. If you have latched on and you're doing a karmic tie with a narcissist, it's pretty interesting, even though it's like the least interesting kind of bond that you want to ever get mixed up in with these kinds of people. Usually you can just see that it's there and you're like, no, thank you. But so how do you ever get caught in it? And I'm here to tell you, aside from what Sam Vaknin is trying to say, although he is right that nowadays more and more women are diagnosed with the disease of narcissism, but they call it narcissism. It's from a name, Narcissus, who was a man. If you're talking about narcissism in a woman, now you want to talk about the other character in that mythological story called Echo. And it's just really, okay, so a man can have the traits of the Echo, and a woman can have the traits of the narcissist, kind of like, but see, they're both troubled people. They have a confusion about their awareness. Now, I don't know the whole story. You should look it up and post it in the comment section down below. What is the full story of that? Because it's interesting. It's talking about the nature of the mind, and then perhaps maybe there's something important we need to look at that, because they keep calling it narcissism, and we're missing the mythological story, which isn't a myth. It's actually kind of alive and well now. If anything, see, the narcissist wants everything to be like, well, maybe it's a myth, yeah, it is a myth. That's a big maybe, right? They are a myth, yeah. So anyway, just very predictable patterning that a 3-year-old toddler boy will do to stay in attention and supply. And it's kind of like, do we have time for that? Do we have the like the resilience? Like, do you have the armory? Did you set up and hide all of your, like, china kind of a thing? You don't want an elephant in your china shop. But see, that china shop is an analogy for your nervous system. As a mother, you're going to put up with a certain amount, but here's the thing. Did you know that somewhere that's lost in ancient wisdom, it's timeless actually, it's how it works here, that a mother, I don't know, I've never been a mother, and I can't question, tell me if you had a boy. See, you have to be in your very natural state to where you can afford this, is that as soon as the little boy starts to begin to walk and stuff, and maybe weaning is going on, I don't know, she pushes him away. She has to kind of almost violently get him over into the man's world. The men are doing something over there, and he has to go over there. He has to, because he will start playing his games, and she is not to be exposed to something that only needs to be redirected as energy into something more productive, right? And if he's left, see, this is what the West and the government wanted the West to be, is totally mixed up by, literally they say, we'll pay the woman to have a kid. They kind of like that. That's what they do. And they say, well, if I have a kid, I can get $1,600 to $2,600 in extra money, let alone that they can heckle if a male is a bad male, and a lot of them are, a lot of them have a kARMic thing where they just go oops and they run away. And there's this thing called baby daddies, whereas like they could have 6 different ones or something. I don't know. Good for you guys. I don't know. I hope it's working out, but see, they're not financially responsible, are they? I don't know. See, by law, I guess a woman can pursue, right, for him to pay child support. See, my mom wasn't that way. Just, I don't know. She didn't like, it was her, she just felt it was her choice, and if she didn't feel like she can actually do it herself, then she probably wouldn't have it at all. That's, that's what a lot of women think, right? But see, the thing is there is a factor when the boy is there left with the mom, and then also another thing that they don't explain. But I think someplace like China knows about this, and they do well with their population over there. Um, it's not such a mix-up. They separate the boys from the girls. Yeah, they kind of know that there could be a problem because the boy starts to pick up on the superior intelligence of the girl. Yeah. See, he has to go find his intelligence because he's not born to it from it. And that's kind of the thing. If the woman, she might be a natural and she might be looked at as mean, or she might even think she's mean by saying, no, get away from me, kid. Go and do it, see what your daddy's doing. See, eventually the boys talk about the girls. If they're doing it right, they're talking about kind of this kind of talk, and I've talked about it before. They're like, oh, so kid, now this is how it is. You know, you see a hood there, you know, and you don't want to hit right up the middle. You got to go to the side. You use your tongue. Maybe, yeah, do your ABCs, but, you know, listen for how she feels. And they're talking about now how to have sex with her, just stuff like that. If it's a psycho-homosexual society, they are not talking about anything at all, not like that. No, it's very like probably underhanding, like double lifestyle. They're just like, yeah, turning screws, and it's very black and white. The homosexual, the psychologically homosexual society that the church is and encourages with the Father, the Son, and let's Holy Ghost her. Um, they're appeasing each other, stroking each other in a very real way. I mean, they probably look down and wonder, you know, short of stroking each other in the back, who knows? They probably do it all the time, right? Yes, you're now in the subject matter of narcissism. It's common that they're closet homosexuals. Whenever you do, don't be as like keen as I am and test them through conversation or anything. Just noticing like, oh, you're aroused by a certain thing that's not normal as a man that is attracted to a woman. That's a man's theme to a man, baby. You have to watch out because they want you to have man sex. And so you have to, as a woman, you have a profound responsibility to say, that's cool and everything, and I can give you your space, but do they give you your space? See, oh, you need time. You need to be feeling safe. And if they don't know how to do that, well, whatever you do, don't reproduce with it. And are you having fun with it? If you can't see, oh my God, I can't talk. I can't believe I'm talking about this. This is an Aquarius moon, though. I'm an Aquarius moon, and they talk about this stuff. It's the sign that celebrates Valentine's Day, and so they're kind of romantic, and they're going to get scientific. This is just scientific. I was trying to tell you furthermore. Okay, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I just dropped it. So anyway, this is April 21st, by the way. I made a lot of videos on April 21st, and so you're probably going to see them 2 weeks from now. Who knows? I'm just determining, like, well, if that's good or bad. I'm actually all the time. I'm needing help here. I don't ask it for much. I don't ask. I don't really tell you much. Um, I'm making the right moves. Today is very difficult. I would rather have my enemy just shut up and send me money that they owe me because they've wasted my time. And you too. See, your enemy is the government. The Epstein file, let's open up, babes. You see, you don't know what I can fucking see. So I keep trying to tell you. You know what? There's a problem with overpopulating because how is the information going to get out to decode to prevent the stuck race from collapsing the economy and killing so many fucking people? Yeah. They're already doing something like that. See, I stuttered because did you know that it's a tug of war? There is also, see, there's also laughter happening. See, there's two enemies, right? There's two people that think they're fucking right. You know what I mean? So, see, there's a split happening. Do you realize that? There's a split going on. There really is. And it would be wise for people to go to the church. I mean, sorry, no, to the court. Same thing. But they're trying to honestly like sift people out. It's like, can you stand up and swear into God? And you're like, but excuse me, time's out. Everybody sit down. I want to know which God we're swearing into. Can we have a few more words here? Ah, yes. Yeah. The trouble with you guys, and that's why I probably clash with you. I mean, do you know what God is? I have another word for it. We can talk about it. Truth. Hey. Yeah. That gets into an infinite spectrum. All of a sudden the kaleidoscope scope opened up and now did you take your LSD? You're like, whoa, okay, it's all here. Yeah, that's it. But what isn't God? Good question. See, now I want to get into something of a feeling that a human being can trust, and that is a good feeling. And the fact that the word good has the word God right in it. So you cannot mistake when God enters your body, it's a frequency found within. It gives you the chills. It makes you feel amazing. It makes you feel weightless. You're walking on fucking sunshine. Oh, yeah. No, there is a difference between a dark person who isn't really connected to the real God and the light person who has actually found the real God. And now here's another thing I want to talk to you about is because this is very real. Sorry, I'm listening. We're on the verge of, I think that rain is coming. Unfortunately, I've been turned into a channel like 24/7. And I needed help here a long time ago because I'm supposed to make these videos and slather it on for like as long as all of these Neptune planets, and I'm doing this thing, I'm defending. It's actually very important, not just to me. It's actually important that you get this repeatedly, whoever it is that is here, uh, eventually you're going to leave me alone, you're going to leave it alone, but the same effort is going to hit you from somewhere else. The saying goes is that, no, I am God, I am the truth, and if you don't see me in this form, I will come to you in another form. That's the guru. And so I wanted to tell you like how that in India, see, people don't like that name guru, right? Or a spiritual guide or assistant. We're going to rape you, right? No, the thing is you want to rape us. Sorry, my hand is itching. Thank you for the money, please. Left hand itch. I deserve it, man. I deserve a big fucking payout. Everybody does, though. The thing is you have to stop loving your goddamn slavery. I mean, like, you're hanging on to it like it's your whole identity. You're like, no way, you're wrong. Well, I'm sorry you don't know anything else. You don't even really know, man. I'm sorry. I think I was trying to start this video as to how, like, it's impossible to talk. It's almost impossible to just like say, no, I'm a channel. I'm going to eat my food very slow, and I'm going to tell you the experience that I had when Mars, Saturn, and Mercury hit 7 degrees right on my ascendant, 1 degree away. I was downloaded something that is just, I understand now it's a level of information that is only meant for me because I'm on this level now. I tried to talk about some of it. This here video is probably in May. It's April 21st now. So I'm putting some of these videos up that I'm just talking. It seems I'm just talking. It's not very time sensitive is what I mean. So it's just to, keep you, what I'm doing is kneading you. KNEAD. I'm kneading your mind. I'm massaging it, besides for just eating it and throwing it out and say that, but that was disgusting. Why are you even doing that all your life? Everybody needs a reset, and see that's on an individual scale, but see now what's trying to happen is on a global scale. And do you think they're going to accomplish it? I say no. There's a lot of overpop. Overpop means that the amount of masters that are rising up and actually trying to teach you something, they could be your neighbor over there. Oh no, your neighbor, the next door, is going to beat them down and say, how dare you tell me how to live? And it's like, oh, I'm not telling you how to live. Although you are kind of poisonous and nothing can live around you, how dangerous that is. Why do we have to deal with this? Thank God they put a fucking fence around them, you know what I mean? It's like, anything that sticks a little tiny bit of fucking head in there is going to get chopped off. You're like, yeah, you're righteous. You're right. Take me to jail. Here you go. Boy, and you get karma for that, because guess what? You're going to feel it. Purgatory, you're going to go right there. How do you like your dungeon? And your meth. Okay, so back to, I'll get over it. What I need, and everybody needs it. They'll drop a lot of this soap opera bullshit if they had fucking real love in their lives. They're just fucking hurting. They're like, all right, especially the fucking Libra. Guess who's lighting up and saying, okay, we're gonna try to save the day. When fucking, yes, fucking, throw some money in my cuss jar, I'll clean that up easily. When Uranus goes into Gemini, which it most likely already has, very different vibrational frequency for us all. One whole generation. Oh my God, this generation, my generation, babes. The Libra. See, when we talk about generation, we're talking about the Pluto and the Uranus aspect of the planets. Pluto especially, because Pluto is the generator and degenerator. It's really the one that cleans out that certain sign and resets it and says, now what's real is left. Let's go next. And now it's in Aquarius. See, Aquarius, babes, humanity has a huge test happening with them. And the test involves, well, people that are flunking, they've already flunked. Actually, this is not new. It's just now we're seeing a great sifting. They're testing people, right? They say, here, come and get your vaccine. You wouldn't believe who actually performed that. Pardon me while I look at a spider. That when you see a spider, it means that maybe you should move around, like get up, get going. It's an omen. They say, ooh, that's a positive omen. That no, it just means like, well, maybe you should get out of the house. Get as far as you can, like off the earth. Blow it up with a laser. Let's get, yeah. Anyway, let's get back to how rare it is to find entertainers like me that can teach you and be funny at the same time. Maybe the way that I play guitar. Have you seen it lately? I promise you that. Well, not really. I don't make any promises. Never. But I do come through with a lot of cool shit. You watch. It's like almost guaranteed. You're like, how does it happen? Just hanging on for that. Did you just get the baby out of that bathwater and say, thank you, Shauna? This is worth $25. Nope, you don't. There's a lot of karma coming for a lot of people. And it's weird because it's like a huge fire. It's just going to go. And then some people are going to be like, wait a minute, I thought I was going to die. My hair is still here, but the person next to them, toast, smoking. And you're like, well, that poor asshole, I kind of thought he was a fuckhead anyway. This is weird. And you can feel guilty for being left. But no, it's because you like the right God. You did the right thing. You actually sent the money. And then God said, you're a good one. You trusted God. The way that, see, money is actually weaponry, but if you're not using it right, it's being used against you. Just like your mind. Yeah. I mean, if I wasn't mistaken, man, I am inching closer and closer to really opening up the blind spot as to what that fucking thing is supposed to be doing here. It's a computerizer. Money is. And it says, in God we trust. See, all of the tools that has ever been put here, including you as just a possible human being, has been hijacked by something that's larger in numbers. That's all. And they are hijacked, men, I hope you get the order of these things because I'm repeating it. It's very controversial, but men are susceptible to the parasite, which is, it's satanic. You hear it a lot. It's like, well, the man is Satan. And a lot of men are taking it, right? You're like, fuck you, don't say that. I don't want to feel that way. Well, babe, look what's going on. I didn't just say that women aren't capable of being absolute. Oh my God, when they have narcissism, they're considered psychopaths automatically because of their position of power here, their ability to control men into them and just maybe sit on them and take all their money and control their minds. See, a real woman that's not a narcissist takes him out of his mind. She protects him from overworking. She brings him into his body through her body, the sex. It's not well known that that's kind of what's going on. She's kind of the teacher of him. This is where the disciple and the student starts coming to light. Not by his mother. No, he has to get pushed out, do a full round, and now he's going to go back home to a woman. Home is your body, the me. Put the H down, put the O down. Me is there at home. Body, put the D down. Boy is there. The girl, she has a trippy thing. Girl, it's just the I is there. There's the uppercase I or the lowercase I. That's maybe the R says whichever one you want. Her eye is probably open. If it's not open, she's not a breeder. She's a bleeder, but no, I insist that the bleeder has the eye open. No, I think that no, sorry, this is the future. The breeders are yeah, they're fully enlightened and they're very much not, they're not apprentice in how to convert the narcissist into a human being. That's the religion here. Love is the religion. She is like, I was almost gonna say professional, but no. But no, see, that's where they don't want money. They don't want money hooked into that part. That's why they made the oldest profession in the world illegal. Because that's like, that's not fair. Now you get all the money again. And there wasn't ever again. We never really wanted your stupid, filthy fucking money. We want three things. Our constitutional rights to have, it's really our needs. I mean, we're not going to live without it, babe. We don't live with money. Not really. No, it's very complicated right now, right? It's just like, what do you mean, man? Well, okay, so if it was a computerizer, it's failing. It's failing to do it in trust of what God? We trust how? I say the way that it's being used, nobody even knows. You're supposed to stay very buoyant with it. Stay current. Stay in the current. Stay here now. You want to keep that change going. Always changing. See, nobody should be locked in a room like this thinking that I can't move and I must move just to get money or kind of a thing like that. No. If you're doing it right, it's flipped over. You have the money to move now. See, it's there. There's $333 trillion that they wave in front of our face, and they have reversed everything on you. They make you pay their debt, and they laugh. Because why? Here's why. You don't bother to talk about things, for one, and then when you do talk, you don't know what you're saying, for two. And for two, why? Is because, for three, you don't know your language good enough. There was a movement intergalactically to send down an interfacing system called the English alphabet that globally you have to learn. So I'm getting very impatient here. I'm saying, okay, can we move forward here? And that's what they like about me. They're like, Shauna, you're going to do this. We love you. And I'm like, let me wake up. Man, I would love you to tell you my story. Why I know of the EWE tribe in Ghana. We the sheep. Yeah, I was thinking about it today. It's like, when are you going to tell these people? This is so extraordinary because, no, I'm not trying to convince you of anything. I'm saying that I know that there's an interfacing system. that you have to hook in a decode, and first of all, you have to learn the decoding only based on that your eye is open, because now you're claiming to be a human being, and you have to get AI to recognize you, because there's $333 trillion that you can manage only if you're a human being. The non-human being will kill themselves with $333 trillion. They don't know what to do with money. Money isn't here like the way what you think it's to do. It's here to employ people. It's not here to have people going out. See, you get money, and you stimulate the economy with it. The people that are working for it, they're not to stimulate that economy. They're working for it, and they're going, that was fun. What was fun about it, kids? Shave and a haircut, 5 cents, and everybody looking good. Yeah, because we got intention behind it. We said we can see you and you can see me. How? I live in a tree. No, we have technology. Don't think one bit you can escape. We're not living like that kind of ape. Breakthrough into reality. We've got transparency, the only security. Now that's a sheep, a jab, a sheep, a jab, a sheep. Give me money and I will turn every bit of my social media into a jig. But I will still have the same content coming out. I just won't sound like a pig, but I'm buzzy. Ooh.